Hey guys, it's Murphy Gray Hunter, and I wanted to show you a few of my Books of Shadows. I have about, I think 17 of them. I know it seems like a lot, but I do work in all of them. I'm going to make a YouTube video explaining um, more about my Books of Shadows and kind of give an update, because I had made a video some time ago, but I've added and changed some things since then. But I'm just going to kind of show you a few of my books. And I have several different ones because since I'm an eclectic witch, I study all different types of magical paths. And just for me, I feel better if I have a book for each single different practice. Like for voodoo and hoodoo, I have a book. For my Santeria and Paolo, I have a book. For my gypsy, I have a book. For my Native American, I have a book. For crystals and herbs and oils, my hexes and curses, home remedies, and so on. Magical waters, flowers, and so on. So I have different books for certain things. And I have separate ones for different reasons. And one being because I feel that they all deserve to have a separate book. That's just in my opinion. I feel better having them all completely separate. And also because I'm really forgetful, so I like to keep everything separate because I will forget if I have something or where I saw that. I always have too many things going on, so it works out better for me if I can organize it this way. And also, I also have a witch group. It's called Brujas. And we have a lot of local witches, and I have a Brujas meeting at my house once a month. And so sometimes we work on Books of Shadows, or if we are we're learning about crystals in that meeting, then I can pull out my crystal Book of Shadows, and that way I can work out of that. I mean, if someone wants to look at it, they're more than welcome to look at that. But my main Book of Shadows, I don't let anyone use that. Of course, my daughters can look at that because that book all of my books are going to go to my girls. I have 5 girls and they're all learning witchcraft. But my main Book of Shadows for sure is going to my girls. And so that's special. That's mine. And I don't mind my daughter's energy being on my book. But as far as other people, I don't. So anyway, that's some of the reasons why I have them completely separate. But I'm going to show you a few. Otherwise, this video is going to be too long. I bought this one from Zazzle.com. Zazzle. I'm about to knock my closet door down. Anyway, I bought that from Zazzle.com. If you get on there and you look under Books of Shadow, or just type in Books of Shadow, you'll find these notebooks, these 3-ring binders. And you can customize mostly all of them. They have a bunch to choose from. I got this for $23. And you can choose from a bunch of different designs and different styles and different colors, different paths. Like if you do Egyptian magic, there's some with Egyptian symbols on them. Like I said, and you can customize the photos and what you put on the book. And so this cost me $23. It's a 3-ring binder, and this is for my voodoo and hoodoo. And I have my name on the side, and on the back, my name. Cause it's really simple, but it's super cute. If you are not into, you're not crafty, you can't make one, like I'm not crafty at all. I try, but most of the time it ends up hideous, like the stuff I'm about to show you in here. So, I made some little books out of, I use scrapbook paper a lot for different things. I'm a big time planner, Erin Condren and my Happy Planner. So in my planner, I use scrapbook paper a lot, and so I started using it in making books like this for my Books of Shadow. This is a little book that has banishing and crossing spells. Here's another book that I made, and they all have parchment paper in there. And then I took some of the scrapbook and I made dividers. This is just regular copy paper, and I dyed this with balsamic vinegar. And so I did a lot of paper like that. And then of course I have more dividers, in here. This is all scrapbook paper. Scrapbook paper, I just glued this and made a pocket and kept, paper bags and extra pieces of scrap, like parchment paper for my petitions, because I use a lot of petitions in my craft, especially in hoodoo and voodoo. And I just made more dividers. More. This is just scrapbook paper that I had left over. and I saved it so I can, like I can write spells on the back of it. And so I just have that in here. And then I made more books, more dividers, more books. Here's a side pocket, more books. I mean, that's about as crafty as I can get, you know. I'm not happy with this book at all. I mean, I love the binder. I don't like what I did inside the binder. So I'm going to redo this because I love the paper and all that, and I love the books, but I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with it. I love binders because you can put things in and take things out. You can keep it really, really organized. My first book of shadows was a big black binder, and I was able to keep everything organized. But then when I saw how eclectic I am and all the different things that I do like to study and practice, I just felt like I can have as many books as I want. And so that's when I started making more books. So again, definitely look at Zazzle.com. They have some great, great stuff. And this is another book that I bought. Oh, I hate this string. I'm going to try to get crafty and maybe get like some brackets like to lock it here. I don't know. Might have to seek some help with that because then if I mess it up. So this one is my magical, it's herbs and magical recipes and remedies, oils and potions. This is like when, you know, someone gets sick. I guess because, you know, I have 5 girls and they're all practicing, which is, they're always looking for alternative ways to, instead of taking medicine. We're all about alternative medicine. Even though I've been a nurse for like 15 years, where I was, because I've been retired for like 3 years now, I never liked taking medicine. I like making my own stuff. And so I kind of had it everywhere. So now just dedicated one book to being our medical book, I guess, our magical medical book. Maybe that's what I should call it. Anyway, so on these little paper, I really like the way that feels, and I like to write on these, but I might put like some like press some herbs and flowers in here. I'm thinking I might do that. I'm not sure. The paper's really thick. Again, this book is already bound, so I have to be careful that I don't make mistakes, because if I make a mistake, I gotta cut this thing out, and I'm not about doing that. So for example, here's one on stomach bugs, and it just has like information, you know, tips, foods to eat, something as simple as 7-Up and Sprite, hot teas you can drink, a homemade electrolyte drink you can have, essential oils, and of course I'll put more as I get more information. You know, if I find another remedy, I'll put some more. I'll add it to it. This one is one on spider bites. I try to make it as colorful and, you know, to separate it, because again, I can't draw. And well, there you go. That's as good as it gets, right? Menstrual cramps. Anyway, so this book will have a little bit of everything. And then I have other little books. My iPad. I have other little books that I bought like this. Now, I bought these from Walmart in the journal department. These were $9.99, so $10. It's so nice. It's, you know, it's really, really soft. And, you know, I don't know if this is really, how many pages this is. Anyway, but it's all lined paper, so if, you know, you're into lined paper like I am, because otherwise it'll go all crooked and look like a hot mess. So I like to keep these books. Like this one is for my oils, and I have some that I've been working on, like banishing oils that I make, spider oils. And now once I write the recipe in here and all the steps, then I can go through and add photos, or have my kids do it, because my kids, they all can draw. I'm just a stick person, and you know, that can only go so far. Here's one for hexes and curses. Same kind of book I got from Walmart for $10. Look how cute. So if you guys are really crafty like I see you guys are, because I see your videos, they're beautiful things that y'all do to your books. You can add so much stuff to these books. Here's another one that I bought. This one here I got for my magical waters. And I'm going to have to find something else because this thing is so tight. Look what it's doing to the book. Or just take it off and get a loose one. But this is my magical waters. I didn't really need a big one for magical waters. Just something small that I can keep my recipes in. And of course I got it blue for water. This one I got from Book People. And this is for my incense. And it's just, you know, a little journal. And look at my ashy hands. I've been washing dishes. I haven't put no lotion on. Okay. And this just has incense in here. Like, you know, I have HX for hex. Just different types of incense and what you could use the incense for. As far as like magical ways. And of course, this is also bound, so I'm trying to do these in alphabetical order. So I'm kind of taking my time with that. I also have a one on flowers. This is one that I got from my local grocery store. This one also was $10. And when I saw this, I'm like, it's perfect. Because I do a lot of, I live here in Texas, and so we have a lot of flowers. Like right now, a lot of the dandelions are coming out. And I use dandelions for so many different things. Sunflowers and rose petals and all different types of stuff. And so I made a flower book. So this is, instead of being a book of shadows, it's a book of flowers. And I have like, you know, sunflowers. Remember I told y'all I can't draw, so I got little stickers. Stickers are my friends. And so I just have like sunflowers, different things on it, like folk names, the gender, the element, the powers that the flower has, and magical uses, and whatever else I use it for. Dandelion. So what I do is I go through here and I write everything out, and then I either get one of my kids to draw stuff in it, or I put stickers. Now my main book of shadows, this is my main book of shadows. This is the bag that I keep her in. It's one of the bags that, one of my purses that my husband brought me back from Dubai. But I wrap my book in that. And this is her. Isn't she beautiful? Let me show y'all a book. Okay, so this is my Hoodoo Urban Root. Most of y'all have, a lot of y'all have this book, so you can see how big it is. I think it's 11 by 14, or a little bit bigger than that. I think it's a lot bigger than that. But anyway, it's I met this couple at the Vampire Ball. Thank you, Jay. At the Vampire Ball a couple of years ago, and they make leather things, like, you know, all kinds of things, like even bustiers in leather. It's crazy all the stuff they can make. And their business used to be called Studio Grunge. I don't think they have it anymore. I think they work for another company in New Orleans. They moved to New Orleans now. Anyway, I'm in contact with them because they're going to make me a sister book. I was able to customize it as far as the color of leather I wanted, my symbols, because I really love the triquetra and pentacle, or the pentacle or pentagram. Those are my my symbols, but my triquetra is my symbol, my tattoo. And I just really love this symbol. So I was able to really customize it as far as how many pages, how big it was, everything. They did an amazing job on this book. Here's my name in elf, in gray. Oh, she's heavy. And she put, I wanted a pentacle in the back. And she put, now the wife, she is an alchemist. And so she did this one for me. And she asked me if she could do this, and I said sure, you know, because I had seen a picture of it, and I think it's beautiful. It's different. It has a lot more of the elements on it, so I really like it. And they have a little steampunk going on here. I just love it. When I saw it, oh my gosh, I was just blown away. They did an amazing job. And when I bought this, they only charged me $220 for this book. The sister book that I'm going to get, they're going to charge me $600, which it's worth every bit because they put in so much work into this book. But when I ordered this book, I got it bound. I didn't realize at the time I should have got a book that I could disassemble and put back together so I could put things in and take things out. So with this book, I have to be careful as well because it's all bounded up to a leather strap here. Because if you make a mistake, you have to tear it out. And again, you know, I have to be really careful because I don't want to mess up. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put here. I don't know yet. I'm going to put something. Okay, thank you. I'm going to put something here, but I'm not sure. So right now I just have some drawings in here. And what I did is I went through here and I marked it with Post-its, like exactly what it is that I'm going to do in this book. Because I'm eclectic and I have all these books, if you're going to put, if you say for example, you're going to put herbs and roots, you know how many pages you would be using just on that? And then you wouldn't have room for your crystals or oils or spells, you know. So I just decided to keep this for general information and then my spells. So for example, I'm going to put in here something on voodoo, and it'll just be a basic, I'll just put something in here talking about voodoo, what it is, where it originated from, and what it means to me and how I use it in my practice. And so if it's something that my daughters see, like, oh, well, I'm really interested in voodoo, they can grab my voodoo book of shadows that I have. Or same with crystals. It'll talk about crystals, what crystals are, and what they mean to me and how I use them in my practice. If they're interested in crystals, they can grab my crystal book of shadows that I have, because there's just too many crystals and the uses of them, and you know, your book can be ginormous, so I can't put anything else in here. I can't disassemble this or add things to it. You know, maybe I could add things to it. I'm just not crafty like that. So it just worked for me to have other books. So anyway, I just kind of did, you know, some stuff on drawings. So I did like this. I went through it and like, this is going to be my gods and goddesses. And what they are, how you can use them in your practice, and what they mean to me. I just went through with a ruler and did lines with pencil, and then after I write, I'll erase all the lines, because if not, it'll be all crooked, because this is such a big book. So if you're, you know, like, it'll be all over the place. So that's what I did. And I kind of went through here and I just did that, you know, like here's for my candle magic. And there's so much information on candle magic. So this would just be like a basic information on candle magic. And then I have another book of shadows that's just dedicated to candles and everything from colors to what they mean, how you can use them, image candles, glass candles, 7-day candles, saint candles, and recipes to make your own candles, you know, and on and on and on. So I just sectioned out the book like that. And so here's a section for my fairies. This is just watercolor, matte pencils. Here's another thing on fairies. So I'll just write around her and so on. For New Orleans, the history about New Orleans, what it means to me. And when I go there, I'm going to pick up a bunch of, I'll pick up a bunch of postcards and also shops that I buy at, you know, stuff that I'm going to buy, different things. And I'm going to put them all in here, like kind of like a scrapbook. So my girls can see like where I went and what I did, things that I bought, and then photos that I've taken. I'll put them in there as well. So I kind of just did that. Let me show y'all. Here's on hand fasting. This is just paper bag. This is a printout, and then I just kind of put it in my book. On vampires, this one is going to talk about since I have vampire friends, and I really respect their culture and everything that they stand for and how they live their lives. I think they're just very, very beautiful, beautiful people. So I'm definitely going to write about vampires, the history of vampires, and then I'll also have a photo of the court, because I'm one of their official photographers, and so I have a lot of their photos, and I'll put one of their photos in here and talk about the court that I personally knew and what I feel about that, and how, you know, my experience with the vampires. And so, because I'm hoping that this book, like I said, I'm going to pass it on to my daughters, and then hopefully they'll pass it on to their daughters. And even if the book is completely full, it's a part of our legacy. I wish we would have had this with our family. And I'm just, you know, my sister and I are gathering information now on our family. But I cannot get my grandma's spell book. That's a whole nother story. But this is something I definitely have been working on for my family. So anyway, like I said, it's a work in progress. I'm very excited. You know, I just really love this book. And here's something on my familiars. I just use crystal chips. And since I can't draw, it's just all about it's about doing the best that you can, and doing silhouettes work best for me. And then of course my familiar was a black cat, Salem. He passed away, and he's here on my property. I have a photo of his headstone, so that will go in here with a picture of himself and what a familiar means to me, and all that good stuff. Anyway, so this is my main Book of Shadows beauty. And I know a lot of people don't name their Book of Shadows, but she means a lot to me, and I do expect a lot from her, and I expect for her to be passed on through generation. So I think that's why I'm taking my time and making it super special for my kids and for their kids and so on. Alright guys, I just want to say I really love watching all your videos and your photos of your Books of Shadows. It's really inspiring, and it's really inspiring me to continue to work on my main Book of Shadows, because I work on so many at different times. And still in my closet I have about another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more in there that I didn't even show y'all. So alright guys, this video is already too long. Alright, love y'all. Blessed be. Bye.